Good evening. It's 8 o'clock and a great new vaccine milestone for India today. India is currently at 2 crore plus vaccination doses in just one day, in just 24 hours. A record for India and a vaccination record to celebrate the Prime Minister's 71st birthday. India has crossed Europe in total doses as the government. Well done, India, the Health Minister at a Delhi hospital. Happy birthday, Modi ji. The BJP celebrates across India as they launch a service and dedication campaign to commemorate the Prime Minister's 20 years. Rahul Gandhi and opposition leaders also wish the Prime Minister as the Congress marks National Unemployment Day. No consensus on petrol coming under GST at the council meeting headed by the Finance Minister. Food apps like Zomato and Swiggy may now pay GST. The Finance Minister speaking right now. We'll know in a few moments. The Supreme Court Collegium recommends 8 High Court Chief Justices. They also recommend transfers of current Chief Justices, including Justice Qureshi, recommended as a transfer to the Chief Justice of the Rajasthan High Court. However, an early recommendation of 68 High Court judges not cleared yet by the government. And fish, cakes and Modi Mas, the BJP's big birthday bash is full of these snapshots. And our lead story tonight, it's been a landmark day in India's vaccinations. We've crossed a key milestone of 2 crore 20 plus doses in just 24 hours. Let's just look at how we achieved this milestone. Well, it came with the BJP states going all out for the Prime Minister's birthday. So Karnataka is at over 25 lakh doses today. Bihar also at over 25 lakhs. Uttar Pradesh at over 23 lakh doses, Madhya Pradesh at over 22 lakhs and Gujarat at over 18 lakhs. So just look at those huge numbers coming from BJP states to reach that magic milestone for the Prime Minister's 71st birthday today. So celebrations across India. The Health Minister, who was at Delhi Safdarjung Health Hospital with health workers, feeding laddus to the health workers as this milestone of 2 crores was crossed this evening. That's more than Europe, says the government.
क्या कहेंगे आप जनता को, क्या मैसेज देना चाहेंगे?
Thank you all health workers. Well done, India.
Well done, India. So joining me now is another person who's really been crucial in building the whole vaccination software, as it were, Mr. R.S. Sharma, who's the CEO of the National Health Authority. So, Mr. Sharma, really a day of celebration today because it's shown that India can do it. We've crossed 2 crores 20 as we speak right now. What's your reaction?
Yes, indeed, Sonia, it's a day of celebrations. Actually, we have made a history because the speed at which the whole thing happens, you will not realize that, we are clocking about 50,000 vaccinations per minute. It's about 800 vaccinations per second. Mm-hmm. So that's the speed at which the whole thing was going on, and it's really credit to all our health workers, all our vaccinators, all our people in the field, the state government, the administrators and everybody. India has really come together on this day to really, create a history. Absolutely. Yesterday, I was meeting the Swedish, Trade Commissioner day for yesterday, and she was telling me that you are clearing Sweden in one day because Sweden's population is 1 crore. And now she'll probably say in half a day.
We doubled Sweden and we've crossed Europe's total doses already. So, Mr. Sharma, I think that well done, India. As you said, the whole of India coming together for this, whether it's a health worker in the most remote district, whether it's people like you and really the CoWIN app not crashing under 2 crore vaccination. All of them, of course, registered and certificates issued as well. The question is, it's wonderful to commemorate the Prime Minister's birthday like this. How do we keep this momentum going? Because, of course, we've heard so many people saying now it shouldn't be just for the Prime Minister's birthday. Happy birthday to the Prime Minister. But how do we keep this momentum going like this?
I don't know why people still kind of say these things, because we have crossed 1 crore at least on 3 occasions in the last few days. Mm-hmm. So it is not really a particular day. There have been many days, very recent past, that we have crossed that milestone. And I think we at Coven team, we really feel very proud of our, people who have worked, the technology designers and other people who are involved in that effort. It's really a teamwork, and we, people who are asking us initially, will you be able to do 1 crore? And I was saying, yes, we can do 1 crore. And now today we can say we can do 2 crores. We can do as many numbers as they come on the platform. That's not a problem. Scalable. India has built wonderful applications, wonderful platforms. Aadhaar, for example, UPI, for example, Coven now. So I think we have become a very, very confident nation in terms of building softwares at public, at a population scale.
And I think the best thing about that is, and you of course were with Aadhaar as well, and you had so many naysayers that time too, and now with Coven, when it began, you had so many people saying you can't do it. We've shown today that we can, and you and your team have done it. It's a public sector initiative, so that's also fantastic. But just to ask, because just if you looked at vaccine numbers, what does seem a little bit odd is that suddenly you will see numbers dip. So if you see for the last few days, it's about 65 lakhs, so it will come, then suddenly it will cross to over 2 crores, then again it will dip. Why are there these differences?
No, these are normal differences. You see, you can't expect the vaccination numbers to remain constant, because after all, India is a very large country, very diverse country. There are some holidays somewhere on certain days. On certain days, there are festivals.
Right.
There are, there are normal vaccine day. For example, each state has 1 day reserved in a week for what they call the immunization day. So they do not do the vaccination. So that's the way. That is why there are kind of variations which are very natural in this environment. One should not really attribute any kind of, that there are deliberate variations. No, there are not. They are all, everybody is working. And please remember, our health workers, imagine the fatigue which could have set up in so many months. I mean, I don't take credit for all that, because ultimately it is not, Coven is merely a software platform. But ultimately the real work is being done by our people in the field.
Absolutely.
So that's the real credit should go to them and not to us.
No, and I have to say that we have seen that initially, we saw that there was a little bit of hesitancy, but now we see people coming out in huge lines. I mean, there's been this whole vaccination adoption by the people of India, by health workers going to the most remote areas, people going in boats, in mountains. It really is something which I think is groundbreaking globally. Now, just looking at records, we know that, there's been much talk about China's 2.47 crore, India just behind, but I think the difference for India is that ours is transparent. Everything is at global standards. So in that sense, we should be congratulating ourselves very much today.
I must also share with you, thank you very much for the congratulations. I must also share with you that since the very beginning, we have been conscious of the fact that people will need digital vaccination certificates. And therefore, that was one of our first steps. And today you'll be happy to know that the WHO, when it announced their standards of digital certificates about a couple of days back, we were absolutely bang on. We have all the attributes of a digital certificate. So our digital certificate will be absolutely, acceptable worldwide. And we are having bilateral, discussions. The Britain High Commissioner had come and met us, and we are having multiple discussions with various countries. So therefore, we are very sure that the standards which we have set in for the digital certificate are also acceptable worldwide.
And when you look at what's happened today, do you think that this is now going to become a norm? One issue, of course, has been supply of vaccines, but that seems to be increasing every day. Do you think we could reach the target that we've set for the adult eligible population by the end of this year?
Well, I have always, sort of avoided the discussion on numbers, because numbers are a function of multiple factors. The workers in the field, the vaccine supply, the people who are coming over and all that. So therefore, I think I must not really make any statement about how numbers are going to be seen. But I am sure India will achieve the target it had set for itself, which is vaccinating every eligible person and every person. And I'm very happy that now the vaccine hesitancy is more or less non-existent, and people are now coming in numbers, large numbers. You can see, 2 crore 22 lakhs is not a small number. It's basically 2% of India's population in a single day.
Absolutely.
That's great.
And do you find, sir, when you first took on this task, literally just months ago, it seems so much longer, when you first took on this task just a few months ago, did you think that it would reach this day? What for you was the biggest hurdle and the biggest achievement in these last few months?
No, actually, we have learned a lot, and I think we must have applied our learning from the larger platforms which we have built, Aadhaar and UPI. And I think what we have done from the very beginning, if you remember, we built a platform and we did not build an application, and we built applications around it. And those applications also, we now opened it up for private sector participation. So today, CoWIN, registration application is with more than 100 entities, starting from Paytm, Infosys, Max Hospitals, everybody, all kinds of, entities are there. So I think, and recently, if you remember, about a week back, we opened another API where the employers or the airlines or the railways can just actually find out the vaccination status, which means the person enters, I buy the ticket, and suppose there is a discount on the ticket for those persons who are fully vaccinated. I just apply on IRCTC website, I purchase a ticket, and at that time I enter my mobile number, my name, and my vaccination status. After my consent goes to IRCTC, database, and they can straight away give me the
so
discount and all that. So
yes.
That's actually, again, it's very, very digital and very open and transparent, and actually platform based on open source, open API, open standards. Open is the word for us. It completely removes the information asymmetry. It becomes transparency. You can see the real line numbers. I don't think there is any country in the world which has such kind of, tech backbone to monitor real time each individual's vaccination status.
No, absolutely. And I think the feedback that, as you said, you took on board initially when there were questions about languages, accessibility, the digital divide. I think that's really changed with WhatsApp being used, and especially the dissemination. So really, I would say congratulations, Mr. Sharma. I know you said it's about the health workers, and we all applaud them today and everyone involved. But congratulations. As I said, it's the CoWIN app staying there, marking right now at 2,22,000. Hopefully that number will cross, but it's fantastic numbers. And congratulations to all those involved. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Sonia, for having me on your platform. Thank you.
Thank you. And of course, Mr. Sharma is saying focus on the numbers and the milestone. But for the BJP, this was a special record to break, because this was also planned to coincide with the Prime Minister's 71st birthday.
An extra push for a mega vaccination day to coincide with Prime Minister Modi's birthday. BJP-ruled states in particular pulled out all the stops. While UP officials were asked to double the number of average daily doses, Karnataka aimed to treble it.
We want to double or triple this in a single day on his special day. So we are optimistic that we would try to achieve it.
The highest number of COVID-19 vaccinations given in a single day so far in Karnataka has been 12 lakhs. The ambitious target for this mega vaccination drive is to at least double that number. 34 lakh doses were sent to the districts to help meet this day's target of 25 to 30 lakh vaccinations in the state. In Bengaluru alone, there were over 2,000 vaccination centres operating. In Uttar Pradesh, there were crowds at vaccination centres across the state, as many districts tried to double their daily vaccination targets on Prime Minister Modi's birthday. The state vaccinated under 5 lakh people on the 2 days leading up to Friday's surge.
हमारा वैक्सीनेशन 4-5 दिन बाद होने वाला था, लेकिन हमने सोचा आज मोदी जी का जन्मदिन है तो आज लगवाएं.
The targets that have been given as the daily target today are more than what you'd get on a usual day. Normal दिन में भी आप लोग काफी वैक्सीनेशंस करते हैं, आप बता रहे थे कितना कर लेते हैं और आज क्या टारगेट दिया गया है?
कभी 200, कभी 300 नॉर्मल में भी, आज 400 दिया गया.
In Assam, there were queues at vaccination centres, with the government hoping to achieve a record 7,10,000 shots to mark the 71st birthday of the Prime Minister.
प्रधानमंत्री नरेंद्र मोदी जी का जन्मदिन है, तो आज हमारा जो पहला ध्यान है, यह ध्यान है कैसे हम लोग 7,10,000 वैक्सीनेशन कर सकता हूँ.
Some citizens asked why similar vaccination drives were not possible every day.
This is a special push. Otherwise, every day we try to give more and more number of people. It's not like that. We don't want to give on other days. ऐसे सोचते हैं कि किसी का बर्थडे होगा तो हमें और ज़्यादा करना चाहिए, लेकिन अगर हम ये रोज़ करने लग गए तो लोगों का फ़ायदा होगा।
In some non-BJP ruled places, like Delhi, where vaccination rates are already among the highest, it was vaccination as usual, with no push for a record high. With Alok Pandey and Akshay Dongre, Maya Sharma for NDTV.
And on the Prime Minister's 71st birthday, it was business as usual for him. He addressed a key international summit and it was a full working day. But today, besides BJP chief ministers, opposition leaders like Rahul Gandhi also said happy birthday Modi ji. BJP state units have started a service and dedication campaign. The Congress launched protests to mark what they said was National Unemployment Day.
The BJP is celebrating the Prime Minister's 71st birthday, calling it Seva Samarpan Abhiyan. The 20-day campaign will be marked by events across the country.
हमारे प्रधानमंत्री जी को उनके जन्म दिवस पर अपनी ओर से और करोड़ों भारतीय जनता पार्टी के कार्यकर्ताओं की ओर से कोटि-कोटि बधाई देता हूं। आज भारतीय जनता पार्टी परिवार ने आदरणीय प्रधानमंत्री जी के जन्मदिन पर सेवा और समर्पण अभियान की शुरुआत की है।
The campaign has a clear political message. It ends on 7th October, the day Narendra Modi became Chief Minister of Gujarat 20 years back. But it is also to overcome criticism the government faced during the terrible second wave, with the Prime Minister calling off his Bengal campaign just days after praising the size of crowds, even as cases and deaths were surging. As people suffered a shortage of oxygen and mass funerals were held, many questioned why the Prime Minister was not more visible.
On the birth anniversary of Prime Minister Narendra Modi, BJP has put up these posters taking credit for the welfare scheme that has been launched by the government of India and funded by taxpayers' money. The question, can a political party take credit for a scheme by the government and make it look like charity from that political party?
In Mumbai, Congress workers gathered outside the iconic Chhatrapati Shivaji Maharaj terminus as the Congress organized protests across the country to mark the Prime Minister's birthday. The Congress organizing protests on Prime Minister Modi's birthday, saying that this is of course something that they will observe as National Unemployment Day or Rashtriya Berozgar Divas, as this poster says. Youth Congress workers sold tea in graduation grounds. The Mumbai Youth Congress President Zishan Siddiqui polished shoes to showcase youth taking up low-paying jobs as they can't find unemployment. Not only in Mumbai, but protests also in Raisina Road in the national capital, in Chandigarh, Thiruvananthapuram and Bengaluru as well. An NDTV Bureau Report.
Meanwhile, let's go across live now. The Finance Minister is speaking to the media after the latest meeting of the GST Council, including state finance ministers. The big headline so far is that there's been no decision on petrol and diesel coming under GST. The Finance Minister said that council members oppose bringing fuel under GST.
GST करेक्शन, GST इम्प्लीमेंटेशन की वजह से जो राज्यों में नुकसान होगा उसकी भरपाई किस तरह से की जाएगी? क्या ये माना जाए कि 5 साल के बाद ये नुकसान की भरपाई के लिए काउंसिल राजी नहीं है, इसको एक्सटेंड नहीं किया जाएगा 2022 के बाद?
मैं हिंदी में कोशिश करती हूँ, मगर ये नुकसान के शब्द मुझे थोड़ा दिक्कत लग रही है। कॉम्पनसेशन वॉज टू बी पेड और वो कानूनन 5 साल के लिए ही पे करना था, पे कर रहे हैं अभी, और वो 5 साल खत्म हो रही है जुलाई 22 को। एक अश्योर्ड लेवल ऑफ रेवेन्यू स्टेट्स को प्रॉमिस किया गया था। उस अश्योर्ड रेवेन्यू में अगर आपके सेल्फ कलेक्शन में कमी होती है, उस कमी को भरपाई करने के लिए ये कॉम्पनसेशन आता है, नुकसान की बात नहीं है उधर। आई जस्ट वांट टू बी क्लियर।
Well, we'll keep updating you the main headlines from that. Meanwhile, in other news, the Supreme Court Collegium, headed by Chief Justice Ramanna, has apparently made key recommendations, which included clearing the names of 8 High Court Chief Justices together in a new record. They've all been cleared together. Also, the 3-member collegium, headed by Chief Justice Ramanna, recommended the elevation of 8 judges to Chief Justices. Also, 5 current Chief Justices and judges will be transferred Remember, on September 4th, the 3-member collegium recommended 68 names in one go, but that hasn't been cleared yet by the government.